Our Woodman Post students, so today I'm going to show you quickly how to start to color your self-portraits. So we're going to be using colored pencils for this part. You want to have everything Sharpied, probably with a thin Sharpie first. Now I'm going to start with the eyes and do a little bit of shading. Now the upper eyelid is going to be a little bit, the upper part of the iris is going to be a little bit darker because of the upper eyelid is going to cast a shadow. So I would start the lighter color first, and just leave a little bit more white towards the bottom. And you can overlap it either by pressing or overlap it with a darker color, or you can press harder to get a darker value. Now if your eyes were blue or colors, you can also mix colors. The same thing on this side, is pressing a little bit harder with a darker value on the top part. If you want to add little lines on the inside. When we get to the skin color, you want to probably check on a scrap piece of paper off to the side if it's a color that's going to be a good match for you. So our skins are all different shades of brown, so you may want to test it out first. Either using a brown very lightly, if you're more of a little darker shade, or you can start with a peach and then overlap it with a brown. Now a couple things we want to do, we want to try to make some parts pop out more. So the nose, for instance, is out further, so we're going to keep that a little bit lighter. Other parts, like in our above our eye and above the upper eyelid, it's going to be darker. So I'm going to usually begin by putting down a base shade of a color. I'm going to overlap it then with a darker color. So I'm just going to do a little bit here on the side of the nose, maybe press a little bit harder. So I could take, if you're not sure again what it looks like, test it first on a scrap piece of paper so you get the color that you want. So let's make it a little bit darker. You do want to color in all your skin. Now another trick is to use more of the side of the color pencil instead of the tip. Then you can cover larger areas a little quicker. So I'm putting the color pencil a little more flat. Like under the nose, it's going to be darker. And I can add more shadows to that later with the brown. And I'll kind of keep it a little bit lighter in the inside part just by very lightly going over it. And the end of my nose is going to be brighter yet because it's going to be the highest point. And again, it's going to be darker along this side. Over my nose. Now the white part of the eye, some people were taking a little bit of a pencil, adding a little bit of shading along the edges, because their eyes aren't perfectly white. So you can use a pencil and a blending stem for that part. Your hair, try to use more than one color. So if your hair was yellow, you might use yellows and browns. If your hair is brown, you might use browns or darker browns or even blacks. So the darker areas, I would go over with a darker brown to try to get them a little bit darker so they pop out with the lighter values to the front. You also can, try to get your background all colored in, so make sure everything's Sharpied, drawn, and then you can begin to continue to color in your space. You can check out the examples that are hung up in the front of the classroom if you want to see more examples. So Woodman Post artists, I'm going to stop here for today, and I hope you guys have a great time coloring, and I'm looking forward to seeing your excellent work. Have a great day.